No.
Exactly. Now, if he had an opportunity to make, you know, money elsewhere, but he chose to come there, he should still be compensated just like in the NFL. If you whatever you're worth, you get shopped around, whether you're gonna be a starter, a backup, third string, whatever they feel like your worth is, that's what they should pay you. Now, if you don't feel like you should pay him, then he can go to another school and let them pay him. Because y'all would do the
Okay.
same thing with the coaches. If you was looking for a contract and that organization said they weren't going to pay you what you were asking for, because let's be honest, every coach ain't won a championship. There's so many schools that have not won a championship within the last 20 years, but coaches are still being paid. You a third string coach, if you ask me.
I don't know what I just walked up on, but damn, that's funny.
Yeah, 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 it's like that. It is
Marlo, did
like
you
that.
did you get the rundown?
I did get some. I didn't get all that he was trying to put out there.
I started early this morning. I get on I get on there. We got the Nick Saban shit. You know,
Oh,
apparently,
what, what a
apparently, what's his name? Scott Van Pelt had some things to say on ESPN. They even talking about it on ESPN. That's how you know when you hit a nerve, you on the mainstream media. That's how you know you hit a nerve.
damn.
He said the kids should be more worried about what's gonna happen after they get their education and money isn't everything. You know, basically they should be more like money shouldn't be what motivates them to go to a certain school.
Okay. Tell schools to stop paying coaches.
No, my response was you clearly ain't never been poor.
Yeah, TP had a response. Matter of fact, you know what? We already streaming. Let's go ahead. We're gonna do it a little different this week. We're gonna do it a little different this week. A little different this week. I feel like I need to sit up. I need to sit up a little bit. Need to sit up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Gathering the Old Men Podcast. And this week is a little different. Um, I'm probably part of the problem because some things I can't just let go. I got to be a better person, but today ain't that day. So we seem to be at a
When is
crossroads.
that day ever? I want to see that day.
Oh,
You know, when we get to that day, oh my gosh.
oh God. So again, I'm part of the problem because I can't let this whole everybody being outraged on NIL thing go. I can't. And I'm not going to because unlike young men who haven't experienced the world, I have. Unlike young ladies who haven't experienced the world, I have. So they may not understand the hypocrisy that is being thrown about when it comes to NIL. I'm going to say it again: name, image, and likeness. Let me make it easier for the people in the back who's slow and can't seem to catch up. Your face card gets you paid, not your skill on the field, not your first, second, or third string position. Name, image, and likeness. If them kids can sign their name on a check, they can get paid. Now, there is some unscrupulous people out there that will try and get them to do name, image, and likeness as payday loans. I understand all that. That needs to be cleaned up. But what don't need to be cleaned up is these kids' ability to make money. Nobody says anything when a 17-year-old goes and signs to be a Marine and goes off the war. Nobody says anything. But let some young, athletic, talented individual get $620,000 in a Range Rover, now we got a problem. Now Nick Saban is talking about how his wife is asking him, what are we doing this for? You're doing this for, you got big houses. You got a house in Alabama. You got 2 houses in Florida. That's why you do that. These kids want the same thing you want. Let's just be respectful. Now let's start the show.
I don't know what the hell you talking about. I don't know. Because, first of all, fuck him. Fuck Nick Saban. And that's right, I said it. Fuck him and fuck Scott Van Pelt. I used to respect him. I used to respect Nick Saban before he came out his mouth talking about something, what are we doing it for? You did it for millions. You ain't coached for free. You ain't coached to uplift the community. You ain't coached to do none of that shit. You coach for money.
Because if you weren't getting paid, I promise you, you wouldn't have showed up every Saturday.
You would not have fucking showed up to deal with other people's kids. And you got paid as the fucking top paid coach in college football. They gave Kirby Smart a bag. Your bag got bigger. They gave Dab, what's the boy name out there that trolled like in Texas? We used to be at Texas A&M. Gave him a bag. Your
Jimbo.
bag got bigger.
Jimbo Fisher.
Fuck Jimbo.
Well, see, my biggest issue, if you say, what are we doing it for, then clearly you have lost your way. Because regardless of how much the child gets paid, you have an obligation to coach and uplift young men as a head football coach. Now, if you decide that that's no longer your path because you feel like it's been watered down, well, the kids been getting paid. We didn't say nothing when y'all was dropping bags at people's house. We ain't say nothing about that. Oh, y'all really think it's because Nick Saban came and sat on your mama couch and told your daddy he gonna make you a star? You think that's why everybody went to Alabama? Wake the fuck up.
Hell no.
Wake up. Because it's been going on. And as a matter of fact, can we give Reggie Bush his Heisman Trophy back? I won't stop talking about it until it happens. Because the hypocrisy, it just runs too deep. And then to say, oh, where you go to school should matter. Absolutely it matters. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, when you have immediate obligations that can't wait until you finish college, and this is a way to provide for your family or to provide for yourself or to get yourself out of a bad situation, you should take that opportunity. Now, once you're there, whatever decision you make, you have to learn to be a grown man and do it on your own. But the school is still getting paid. The school gets paid just from you being there, just from them loading up on a Saturday to come watch you play.
I'm going to take it a step further, brother. If you go to a 16, 17-year-old kid who just yesterday their lights were off. Just yesterday they ain't had no food on their table. And you want them to come to your university and leave their parents and loved ones behind to build up your university and use their talent to bring in money to the school and not take care of them? Not mind you, the lion's share of these kids are never going to play professional football. It just don't happen like that. Mm-hmm. So you trying to tell me that they shouldn't have an opportunity while making a school opportunity, just like they do in the NFL, they make teams money. These kids are making these schools money. If you look at just about the lion's share of all the universities in this country, the number one revenue driver is football for the schools that have football. They're the number one. So you mean to tell me if I'm bringing in the lion's share of the money into a university, it's wrong for me to get compensated because people coming to see me? They can absolutely miss me with that shit.
I'm gonna leave the topic at here. At some point, if you do all the crime, what the baby gonna do?
Yo ass 70-some years old, you've been abusing this system for the better part of 40 years. And you gonna talk about cry foul? Fuck you, Nick Saban.
Well, on that note, and just to be fair, Nick wasn't the only one saying this, and I addressed a journalist coach on Twitter today because he laid out a ridiculous situation, and I responded in kind. All right, TP, Marlo. Free agency is here.
Yeah, it is. I told y'all.
Somebody
Y'all thought football season was over, didn't you? It's more news now than it was during season.
How does Kirk Cousins still get the largest bag out of everybody with the least to show for? Baker Mayfield got a playoff win.
No, here you go. I knew where you was gonna go with that one. I got the answer for you. Why did Deshaun Watson get a fully guaranteed contract? I got the answer. I'm telling you, he ain't even got to wait for it. They needed him.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta needed a quarterback that can make them a contender instantly. Who was out there?
Was all Atlanta issues quarterback?
Yeah. Did you not see that quarterback play last season?
I don't want to start a podcast out. So you saying Desmond Ritter ain't the answer?
So we got into we got into this big discussion on my stream earlier. We're talking about Desmond Ritter compared to Kirk Cousins. And I had one guy that said he thought that Kirk Cousins was 1,000 times better than Desmond Ritter. Well, the record shows that he might be maybe 2 times better than Desmond, like 76 and 70 in his career as a starter. That screams mediocrity. And this is another situation where a quarterback has good regular seasons, but fails to get it done in the postseason, if they even make it to the postseason, because you're battling around 500 every year. You've never been an above average winner where you're 2 or 3 games above 500 at the end of the season. That's why his record is what it is. The one time they did do that, they still lost. Now, when we looking at Desmond Ritter, he's a young guy who probably didn't have the intangibles coming in. Now, somebody really screwed the pooch when they drafted him. And then to correct their mistake, they said, "Oh, let's invest in the offense. Let's make everything around him so much better to where if he still fails, we know exactly where it is," when y'all probably knew from the start. So now we bring in this mediocre quarterback into a system where they don't play good defense. The offense is super young but talented. How long do you think this is going to work? How many years does Kirk Cousins have left?
Well, I tell you my thoughts on it. I hope it don't never work. I hope they lose every fucking game they play. I hope when he walk outside, eggs, like marble eggs, start falling on his car, and he can't get to the game. So yeah, I hope he don't succeeded shit.
Realistically, this is the year. If the Falcons don't do good this year with Kirk Cousins, they made yet another quarterback mistake, and they'll be drafting in the top 10 again. How many
Yep.
times are y'all going to make the same mistake?
Well, it is Atlanta, so I hope they keep making it
Speaking
over
of teams
and
in
over.
mediocrity, since we're talking about mediocrity, the Bucks gave Baker Mayfield $100 million, $50 million guaranteed.
Did you just say mediocrity?
Yes. What was y'all record?
9-8, 10-8, 10-9, something like that.
It was 10-9. That's you're a game above 500. That's mediocre. I'm sorry.
Well,
You can try to spin it however you want, but y'all were in a bad division. Y'all were in a horrible division and still finish a game above 500.
we ain't play all division opponents, sir.
Y'all played everybody in y'all division 2 times. That's how divisions work.
Well, that's only what 6 games.
Yeah, 6 games. If y'all
So,
that much better than everybody in y'all division, y'all should walk through the division.
But there's 6 games. That's only 6 games.
I get it. I know exactly how many it is. But you
So,
can't tell me that your team isn't at mediocre, a game above mediocre. Like 500 is mediocre, right? When we say mediocre, that means you're in the middle.
We have to put it
in the middle.
In context. Everything has to have context. We weren't supposed to win 5 games this season, and we won 9 and got to the playoffs.
Who decided y'all weren't supposed to win 5 games? Did y'all
Every
decide that?
Analytical. No, we didn't.
Look,
So
I don't like the analytic guys. I'm asking you, did you think that y'all would only win 5 games?
Nope. I bet it that we win more and won.
Okay. Where is mediocrity? Where does mediocrity live? No, where does it live? And what numbers? Because I'm a numbers guy. Because if you're talking about the analytic guys, then you tell me, where does mediocrity live?
It lives with the Raiders. It lives with
numbers.
Wow.
Marlo, we're not about to. He's about to take a shot at everybody else that had the same record as them.
The Raiders ain't had the same record as us. They're not even mediocre.
They were below average.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Average and mediocre is one and the same. If you finish, if you are at 500, you are average. But because they switched to 17 games, no team will be right at 500.
Right,
so
and we were.
So you're either a game above it or you're a game below it. If you a game above it, you right at mediocrity.
You're above mediocrity.
You just missed it. I can't even say it. We on stream. I can't say how close y'all barely missed it.
We are the champions, my friend.
Of your division.
All right, you know what?
NFC South Division champion means nothing. It means nothing when you go into Detroit and leave out with an L. Season over with. Y'all watch Super Bowl like everybody else.
Oh, when Detroit coming to your house,
we can say the same thing about Texas.
You could.
Why he just want to shoot instead of being accountable?
We were a game above mediocrity.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But we have actually improved our roster. Y'all brought back this mediocre quarterback that ain't done nothing in his career besides win 1 playoff game. And y'all gave him a bag. And gave him a bag. We had a rookie quarterback.
We got him at a discount.
No, TP, we asking the wrong questions. Is Baker Mayfield your quarterback this year? Because last year he wasn't your quarterback. Is he your quarterback this year?
In the last podcast we had last week, I can recall me saying, "Hey, Justin, I know you want to come to Tampa. I know. We'll protect you. We got your back." I heard myself say that. So I don't shy where my allegiance lie. Did I want Baker Mayfield to be my starting quarterback for the next 3 years? No. Am I gonna go to the games and cheer his ass on like I had something to do with him getting signed to that contract? I am. Will I be rooting for a win every Sunday we play? I am.
Sounds
Am
real
I
fake.
am I going am I gonna be pissed off if he do something stupid? I am. And the offer still is on the table. Your ass better show some fight out there on that field, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Sound real fake.
Hey man,
You
I
don't
already
even
told y'all.
you don't even want the guy that's supposed to be leading your team. You don't want
No,
him. You don't want him. You
I
don't want him.
didn't. Mm-mm.
You didn't, and you don't.
No, I don't.
But you can't tell me that team isn't mediocre.
We not. We're above mediocre now.
Y'all have added some pieces, but we'll see how it translates.
Then in the immortal words of Dr. Dre, and he said, "We started off with too much cargo. Now we had to get rid of Benedict Donald, and we had to get rid of some of them. They had to go."
Y'all got rid of a lot of defense. A lot of defense.
That did nothing. When Shaq Barrett has been in Tampa for what, 5 years? How many years you can recall him actually balling?
I don't keep up with Shaq Barrett. He don't make enough
One!
noise for me.
Exactly. And Carlton Davis, oh my God, the only quarterback in history who would allow Cooper Kupp to run unattended down the middle of the field. I don't give a fuck what the defense is. You don't let him run unchecked down the middle of the goddamn field.
So you
We
gonna
could have
blame
been
him?
playing in another Super Bowl.
So you gonna blame him for that?
I damn sure am. He was over him.
Interesting.
TP, who called that zero blitz? Zero
Defensive
blitz
coordinator.
Okay.
If you are the zero blitz as a man, your ass supposed to be guarding a man. You don't let that man, the best receiver on the field, run down the field untouched.
If that ain't his responsibility.
How are they? If they got a zero blitz, and you the only person out there who gonna get there?
It's over with. Should have got to the quarterback.
Oh my God.
Because he probably would have got cooked anyway. Because he was already coming towards the line of scrimmage. Once you take a step towards the line, and especially if he was one of the blitzers, it's over with.
He wasn't. He wasn't a blitzer. He was in coverage.
Well, that's your team. That's your mediocre team. That's your mediocre team.
We weren't mediocre that year either, sir. That was in the championship or the game before the championship game.
Is that the Tom Brady season?
Yeah.
Let's talk about
it. That was Tom Brady last season.
Let's talk about, how did you feel about Tom Brady that last season?
Oh my God. First of all, I felt like we had the dumbest OC in captivity. That move start there. You do not take a 40-year-old quarterback and drop him back 60 times a game to pass the ball. That's a recipe for failure.
All right. So I'm playing devil's advocate, right? Because if I give Russell Wilson if I say Russell Wilson is an elite quarterback and he has the ability to change the play, Tom Brady, the fake GOAT, should at very least have the ability to change the play and check to a run every now and then.
If a pass play comes in and it's called 60 times a game, is he supposed to check it out and say, nope, I ain't gonna do that. Nope, I ain't running that
And,
one.
and again, why is he the fake GOAT?
Yeah, you just gotta just not listen to some foolishness
No,
some
I
people
got, I
say.
got to. If we, I got receipts too. Why is he the?
70% is not better than 100%. You know what? If you graduate with 100%, you are magnum cum laude. If you graduate with
Let me ask
70%,
you a
you are
question.
thank you laude.
How many years in the league did Joe Montana play?
Oh, I don't know, 15, I think.
And would you say that he didn't get to the Super Bowl half of those years?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Okay.
More than
So
half.
so we would say that Tom Brady got to the Super Bowl right at half of his career, and he played for 22 years.
Okay.
You see where I'm going with this?
No,
You
I
sit
don't.
here and say you sit here and say the percentage of winning the Super Bowl matters. What about the percentage of the years that you played in the league of actually competing for a championship? Shouldn't that matter too?
It does matter. However, we leave
How,
out a few things.
how,
We like to
how,
throw that
how,
number
how
out there. We leave out a few
however,
things.
however, there's 21 other players involved. If you 23, if we include the kicker and punter.
And just
If we're talking about who's the GOAT and who ain't, Tom
Joe
Brady
Montana.
actually showed Joe Montana doesn't have as many opportunities in the Super Bowl as Tom Brady. If he had been that many times and he had lost a couple of them, would you still say the same thing?
No. Tom Brady, it's
You wouldn't say the
Joe
same.
Montana. Hold on. Joe Montana will go down as the last Super Bowl GOAT because I do not think, and this is me being fair to everybody when we start talking about the GOATs, I do not believe that in a salary cap era that is strict as it is now. Remember, Joe Montana didn't have the salary cap that they have now. They were able to play and manipulate the salary cap. That's why you didn't have one dynasty. You had multiple dynasties. We forget the Giants. We forget Washington and the 49ers. Those three teams had two
Don't
plus Super Bowls in that
don't
same era.
and don't forget that the Bartlow family got in trouble.
Exactly. So if I'm being fair, if I have to be fair, here's why I can't discount Patrick Mahomes from essentially becoming the GOAT at some point. Not now, he's still got time to live, he's still young. At some point. Here's why. He has to restructure his deal, much like Tom Brady did towards the end of his career in New England, to get better players on the team. So the best player, if he wants to get the best money, he won't get back to the Super Bowl. But he has to manipulate.
Tom Brady restructured his contract in Tampa
I'm
to
saying
get
he
better
did it.
players.
He did the same thing at the end of his run in New England as well. What I'm
He
telling you
he
is,
had been done that in New England as well.
yeah. So Joe Montana never had to do that.
No, because they were sliding money under the table.
Exactly. So
That don't make it right.
I'm not saying this. I'm literally saying I would have to be open to the possibility of someone else becoming a GOAT because of the fact that Jerry Jones, the Bartolos, I can't think of the Redskins on the Cook family. They were all cheating. And then, when Jerry got caught, he started snitching on the 49ers, which
Mm-hmm.
is fair because the 49ers had way too much talent on their defense to be not to be noticed. But again,
So was Joe Montana the reason they were good?
Joe Montana was the main reason they were good.
You
But
just
they
said they
also
had
had,
you said they had
There's
too much
two.
talent on the defense.
hold on, the last year that they went to the Super Bowl, Steve Young was the quarterback.
Uh-huh.
That's when they got in trouble. Prior to that, San Francisco, No, that wasn't the Super Bowl year. So they had on their defense, they had 3 Hall of Famers on the defense in the year that they lost to the Giants to not go to the Super Bowl. That next year they went, and
Right.
your boy went to Dallas. But my point being is that if I'm fair,
That's
if
when
I'm being fair,
Steve Young finally got the monkey off his back. We
right.
remember that. It was a very iconic moment in the history of the NFL. We know that.
Who was
And
the fullback for that team?
oh, you talking about William Floyd? Don't do that. St. Pete Proud, Lakewood Spartan. Come on now, don't do that. Lakewood Spartan, Seminole, don't do that. Come on. Taya Floyd, how
But
you doing?
but here's the thing: if a quarterback can take a team to a Super Bowl, right? Then he leaves, and then another quarterback takes that same team to the Super Bowl.
Oh
Was it
no, it wasn't the same team. It was a few years that monkey was on Steve Young back. That's why he did the monkey off my back thing. Because they was if Steve Young would have had social media.
Was Ronnie Lott still there?
No, he was in Oakland.
He was in Oakland by that time.
Yeah. Remember Bill Walsh before he retired. His famous line was, I'd rather cut him 2 years too early than a year too late. Which is why Joe Montana ended up in Kansas City.
In Kansas City.
By the way, the Kansas City y'all know now was not the Kansas City it was back then. They was trash. They added 3 players and made it to the playoffs and beat a young spry John Elway on Monday Night Football. That's beside the point.
They did. Joe Montana is a great.
Did they get a participation trophy?
No, they got a high five for being better than they had been.
Wow, participation trophies. That's what we're doing. You know what?
But there's no denying, the greatness of Joe Montana. He's just not better than Tom Brady. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he ain't better than Patrick Mahomes.
Damn.
I want everybody to understand.
What
Mama was not carrying the cape of Tom Brady until he became a Buccaneer. This is phonyism at its highest.
And look, all I'm gonna say is from the time this stream started till now, it got real dark over there real quick. I don't know if it was the topic or the sun took a nosedive, but it got dark over there real quick in your background.
Oh, it did. Daylight savers. Hey, you know what? I invited Yard Talk on. I hope she gets a chance to get in the stream. She is in another time zone, so I promise as soon as I can get her in, I will. But that being said, so couple other big signings. Derrick Henry is a Raven.
Yeah. Everybody thought that Dallas was gonna get him. Like,
I thought we was gonna get him. We had a perfect setup.
Y'all ain't have a chance. He wanted to win.
He wanted to win.
We just gonna keep on disrespecting my Raiders, but it's all right.
Who is in a better situation to go to a Super Bowl?
We're not there yet.
Okay,
we're not there.
Then where are the Ravens?
The Ravens are the Super Bowl favorite right now.
They were.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm back up. They are one of the Super Bowl favorites.
They were maybe 5 plays away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And those plays were the plays that the offensive
coordinator
did.
Had their OC ran the ball like he's done all season. Instead of running 8 times.
They wanted to get there another way. And but outside of them not running the ball, there was too many mistakes. Uncharacteristic, undisciplined, untimely mistakes.
You don't have the mistakes if the ball's on the ground.
You can still fumble the ball. Just run.
You can.
You can still fumble. I think that the offense coordinator should understand that he did not use his team to their full potential.
Absolutely.
But the defense also didn't help them with all those penalties. No. Defensive holdings, pass interference, unsportsmanlike, you name it. They were doing it. That is not how you play championship football. They didn't do that. They didn't deserve to go to the Super Bowl, and I'm glad they didn't go playing the way that they did.
Derrick Henry may very well run for 1,500 yards.
1,500. That's it.
1,500.
I think it's plus.
He's
1,500
30.
plus.
He's
What
30.
that mean?
I'm just saying he's 30.
What that mean? With the talent, with the talent he has around him on that team, they can't load the box, and they got Lamar Jackson for a quarterback. What are they gonna do?
Yeah. You still have to respect number 22.
Please believe that.
If you got this mindset that you think this grown ass man is washed at the age of 30.
Oh no, hold on. I ain't say that.
I ain't talking about you. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about. I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, Derrick Henry washed." First of all, Tennessee's offensive line was terrible last year. It was absolutely in shambles on a daily basis. There were not many running lanes. There was people hitting them in the backfield. When they played the Texans, I think he averaged 2 yards a carry, and the moment of first contact was within -1 yards every play. Every time he touched the ball, he was getting at least touched before he even hit the line of scrimmage. You cannot be successful as a running back in any scheme when your offensive line don't even allow you to get to the line of scrimmage before being touched. Because even if you break that first tackle, a good defense is swarming to the ball.
I can attest to that because our running game was not that either for the Bucks. And I can admit that. We didn't get hit in the backfield like that, but picking up 2 and 3 and 4 yards a pop on a regular basis isn't a good recipe to win a running game.
No, and then what that does is it bottles down your whole offense because now the defense can sit on the pass because it's 3rd and 8. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? You don't have the same flexibility that you once had when the run was working out there in Tennessee. When the offensive line was opening up holes for Derrick Henry. But we know that Ravens offensive line opens up holes. We also saw them neglect to run the ball when the run was working. So
now you think if Derrick Henry is your running back, he ain't gonna touch the ball more than 8 times in a playoff game? Oh shit.
He won't touch the ball less than 20 times, sir. If I have number 22 in my backfield.
Better not let me be the head coach.
He won't touch the ball. He won't touch the ball less than 20 times. Even though Christian McCaffrey didn't have the greatest Super Bowl, he still touched the ball almost 20 times. I think it was like 22 or 23 times. 10 catches.
You got to.
You know, you got to use your bell cow. If you got a bell cow back, now in today's NFL, a bell cow back can mean that you're a dual threat. It can be that you touch the ball through the air mostly like Austin Eckler, or you can be a ground and pound like Derrick Henry. Either way, if you have a talented running back who can make things happen, you need to get the ball in his hands. Bottom line.
So, TP, y'all signed Joe Mixon.
Go Texans.
They already had a bunch of running backs.
No, Singletary gone.
What'd you say?
Gone. We already had a what?
A bunch of running backs.
No, we don't. Singletary is gone. So we did not have a number 1 running back before signing Joe Mixon or trading for Joe Mixon.
But what about that young boy y'all got?
Damian Pierce is not a number 1 running back. He proved that.
Yeah. The Raiders
didn't mean for you to catch that straight.
The
It
Raiders.
It ain't a straight. If he was the number 1 RB, then he would have been that last year. How you the starting running back 1 year, then you get delegated to second string the next year? What do you think is gonna happen? The team has already lost faith in him as a starter. Not that he can't be a productive member of the team. But as the number one RB, we needed somebody that could be both a pass catcher, a runner, and a pass protector for C.J. Stroud. Joe Mixon is a do-it-all back. You can play him first, second, third, and fourth and short if you got to have it. He can do it all. That's what we needed. That's what we got. And we're going to see how it play out this season.
So, the Raiders been busy. They've been busy. We signed the dude to play quarterback. He just a placeholder till we get Joe Milton there. He just holding the seat till Joe Milton gets there. And then we signed the big dude, a big old dude, a big old Christian Wilkins dude. Certified run stopper, got 8 sacks last season. So Max Crosby got some help on the defensive line. So all we need to do is we need to, draft a corner because that's an immediate need.
Y'all lost one.
Yeah, we lost a 4-2 corner. Yeah, I know, Marlo. Thank you. You want to rub that salt in this a little bit more?
No, I didn't know if you knew. I was just bringing to your attention.
No, I told you we knew. When I talked to you on the phone, I knew.
The number one corner in Las Vegas is Duke Shelley.
Over Baghdad, a.k.a.
I'm going over top. I don't care. Y'all, number one corner is Duke Shelley. I don't care.
Worst case scenario, we draft a couple rookies and
he gonna get work. Rookie?
No, we just gonna tell him the whole, just like that dude for the New York Jets.
The name Quinyon Mitchell should be the only thing they are saying in that locker room right now. Yeah. In that front office, if y'all saying anything besides Quinyon Mitchell, y'all are preparing yourself for another rough road.
They've already did that when they let.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen.
CB go.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. In the first round, we're gonna draft a corner because we need a corner, right?
Second round, they're gonna draft a corner safety.
Second round, we're gonna draft Joe Milton. Third round, we're gonna get another.
What make you think he's gonna be there?
Marlo, why you hate on me? What's the problem, man? Why you can't stand to see me happy?
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I know the Raiders, and I know what the Raiders are gonna do. They're gonna trade up to the number 2 and give away their whole future to go get Jaden Daniels.
No, if they trade up,
go ahead and say it. You gonna not be a Raiders fan? This will be your 7th team in 5 years.
He sound like Odell Beckham.
Oh my God!
Wow! Sorry, Luke. Computer right here. Oh my! Really?
Oh, yeah, the strays.
Wow!
People gonna catch them.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's just be clear because there have been some false allegations made against me. I served 30 years as a Buccaneers fan. I earned my parole. I'm a Raiders fan.
Until he say he earned his parole because they done made another bad draft day. Now he gone. Who your team gonna be next? That's all I want to know.
Let me ask you a simple question. Is it more fun to lose in Vegas or in Tampa? You tell me. If I lose in Vegas, I can always go on the strip and feel better. Like, you going to Hard Rock?
Not if you done lost your money. Ain't no feeling good in Vegas when you lost your money.
We're not talking about Brew.
If I lose my money in Tampa, I can go fishing. If I lose my money in Tampa, I can go to the beach. If I lose my money in Tampa, I go to Busch Garden. Even if I can't get in, I look at the ride. You lose your money in Vegas, you are in Vegas. It's hot as hell.
You can go back to your hotel room and wait for your flight.
Exactly.
I have more fun. You know what? Let's move
on.
Point
has been made. Thank you, sir. or
let's
assistant.
move. Let's move along because I'm about to get myself in trouble. So we're gonna move along.
And
Speaking
Marlon
of
sitting
which,
over there with Johnny Manziel. I mean Baker Mayfield.
Bam. Bam. Yeah, they both went to Oklahoma. Okay, I see what you did there. I
oh,
see what you did there.
Watch out now.
oh, oh man. Okay. The NCAA says while the transfer lawsuit is moving forward, players can transfer and play immediately next season. So the NCAA, and they had talked about it before, but it is official now. So they are doing the right thing now, I guess. I mean, I guess. So
By far the dumbest shit I've ever seen in captivity.
so I know like a lot of people who, if you watch the podcast, you probably don't know that I'm a very spiritual man. But let me tell you how God works. I was given privy today to information that another ACC school is poised to sue the ACC. I'm making this comment now so that later when it happens, I can tell you I told you so. I don't want to.
Being petty.
I don't want to say who.
I think we
don't
know.
want to.
I think we know who, but
I don't want to say when. But know that I'm gonna be on here acting a donkey, going, I can't believe that school, after them fans talk so much to me, that school
You're
is
narrowing
fighting.
it down. You
it
might as well just say it.
it sounds like a team who has an ugly shade of orange.
This fool might as well just come out and say the shit. If he goes,
It sounds like a
I
school
didn't do it on the
they got
22nd of January. You know what? I would tell you privy information if I did not want that shit to get on no podcast about no sports.
I told y'all, when I'm angry, my journalistic integrity is iffy at best. And this school,
it sound like the school you talking about wears an ugly shade of orange.
First of all, I don't want this lack of tongue locking to be a reflection of everyone on this podcast. We can and we do hold trade secrets. We don't come on the podcast, spill the beans before the beans are already spilled. We will talk about things that is already out there in the atmosphere, but
this has been brewing though.
Yeah.
It has been brewing. So I don't think anybody would be surprised, especially given the landscape of Florida State being left out of the playoffs last year and the whole controversy around ACC's media deal.
Yeah.
So it would be completely understandable.
And I say this jokingly, we pretty much know who, we just don't know when. But a lot of this it's not because of the reasons that are obvious. It's because you can't keep lying to people and then going into court to cover up the lie. There are people who don't like that. And you add the fact that do y'all understand that there is a NCAA playoff revenue pool, and the ACC and the Big 12 are getting paid less than the SEC and the Big 10? Think about this for a second. If Florida State, this is just hypothetical, wins the national championship in the playoff system, they will get less than, let's say, a 4 seed Big 10 school. What we playing for then? What we playing for? So, if you see me on Twitter, just imagine me beating that damn dead horse, because this is what it's coming down to. It's about money.
It's
It's
always
all
about
about
money.
money.
It's always about money.
Yeah, when is it not?
It ain't.
You
It
have
ain't.
these coaches. Y'all take pay cuts. Like every coach in the country should make the same amount. We'll pay every head coach in the country $300,000 and give all of y'all the same damn budget. Since y'all don't want to pay the kids,
But then you're gonna have all these coaches leaving college football, going to the pros, or trying to
yeah,
at least.
let them go. Hell, let them go. Y'all, if it ain't about the money,
But
y'all
see,
will
the
be there.
the NCAA and the schools already make too much money to not pay the coaches. My only concern is why are we worried about if the players get paid, if it's not hurting the revenue stream of the school? Why does it matter?
Because they didn't get that 5 star that they've been eyeing since he been in 8th grade.
So fucking what?
This is my point. I
Coach,
don't give a shit about
coach,
these
coach.
kids. Put in the work they should get. They do. I wish I could have got paid back when I was playing.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, talking about something. What school you gonna go to? How much you got?
How much you got? And my wife said
Nah,
something. My wife said something that really, resonated with me is it don't matter where you get your education from as long as you get an education.
as long as they got your major you want to major in. Well,
That's what
I
matters.
said I'm talking
Outside of
shit.
outside of
I
like
was,
law school, for a general degree, it doesn't matter
yeah,
where you go to school at. The job don't care where you got your degree as long as you have one.
yeah. I'm talking shit. I still would have went to fam.
I know you would have went to fam because that's your preference, but that's not like it's not like you wanted to go somewhere else but only went there for the money. There's
Yeah,
a there's a
yeah,
difference. And
that
even if
is.
that was the case, guess what? You still got a college education.
Yes, sir.
The thing that we need to focus on more is there are a lot of kids that look like me and you
Yeah,
that come from broken homes that don't know that they have a different path. So what their path is that has been laid out is sports is a way or an ends, a means to an end.
you know what?
It doesn't matter. But
You
if you
just
get that education, now you can your whole scope is now open.
oh my god. I'm after the show, y'all. I just had a light bulb idea. We got to talk. Oh my
Um,
gosh, why didn't we think of it sooner?
I don't.
I'm
We
so,
definitely we gonna talk about this after the show. We
I'm
definitely
so
gonna talk about
excited
something
right
like
now.
that. I was gonna try and wait till Yard Talk got on here, but FAMU women lost in the open around the Grambling State of the SWAC
Yeah,
tournament.
good job,
Um,
Grammy.
but let's just be honest. They coach showed up last week and got them girls qualified for the conference tournament.
Mhm.
So kudos to her. She is only going to do better things. Ariana Grizzle. I do not understand why KFC, Popeyes, churches, FCS Radio say y'all need to work on y'all
Don't
biscuits. I
don't
ain't
don't
say it. He
don't
said
do
it.
that.
Don't shoot the messenger. But
Don't do
why y'all ain't give this girl no NIL deal? She got a
don't do that.
name made for NIL.
Don't do that.
Don't do what? What I did? What did, y'all always say I do something. What I did this time?
Why she only ever get like food endorsement?
No, I'm just saying it's her name is Grizzle Mama.
This is my whole point.
Oh wait, hold on. Scratch that. Scratch that. She's from Canada. She can't get it. She can't get an NIL deal. If she gets an NIL deal, she can only do stuff for the NIL outside of the United States. Another young lady from Yukon, she had the exact same situation. So Canadians can't like take advantage fully of NIL deals because their student visas don't allow them to work. So my apologies, but it would have been nice for somebody to say we would love to do that, but that her name is made for that. The Glaze, the boy Glaze, he got a Krispy Kreme deal, Marlo.
Yeah, yeah. Progressive.
It, you know what? You gonna try and make me be the bad guy? I'm gonna move along because you see what he doing, TP. You see what he doing? He doing shit on purpose.
Ain't
All
nobody
right,
trying to make you be the bad guy.
We
But a
ain't
hit,
got to do none of that.
but a hit dog holler every time.
y'all gotta see you know what. Anyway, so I took time out my day to watch the ACC tournament and the Florida State men play North Carolina.
That was cute.
At some point,
We gotta play
I
some
needed to be there
defense.
in the arena.
You gotta
I
play
needed to be.
defense.
I really need to be in the. I should have been in the arena because if they weren't gonna play, they could have put me in.
Mm-mm.
They didn't get off the bus.
We don't. This
Well,
ain't the teams
they
I'm used
bodies
to.
did, but they left the skill on the bus. They left the defense on the bus.
This ain't the teams I'm used to. It's just not.
What was the final score again?
I don't even know. I turned the station. I ain't finna lie. I ain't
A
finna.
lot to a lot to a little.
Baycott been in school 15 years. Why are you double teaming him? He ain't the threat. The threat was them threes that just kept raining out the sky.
I mean, I thought they snuck into a Golden State game and stole some of Stephen Curry power, like on like on Space
Wow.
Jam.
I don't recall
Damn.
Hubie. I don't recall Coach Davis ever allowing his players to just let threes go like that.
Well, you might have a little animosity towards Florida State. So that
Okay.
could have probably been, we finna embarrass the hell out y'all.
My head coach, COVID is over. Get back on the plane, go back to the Congo, go back to the mountains in Europe, wherever you find these 7-footers, go get us some more 7-footers.
Mm-hmm.
Because at one point, it was 6-22 rebounding edge.
Yeah.
6-22.
I could have just put a body on somebody. I could have did that.
Well, it would have been. It would have been up.
My God.
Foul on number 3. Up. Foul on number 3. I would have fouled out the first damn in the first quarter.
Show me some fight.
Come
Show
out here
any fight.
and
Any fight
embarrass
would have been
me.
appreciated.
So will they still qualify for the big dance?
No.
It's over with.
It's over with. They'll be in the NIT.
Yeah,
And they're not gonna play good in NIT.
they might not.
Marlo, I hope you stub your toe.
I'm just saying. Have you seen them play this season?
Yes, I've seen them play.
They don't look nothing like a Florida State basketball team. Like it looks like they're trying hard not to try hard.
That's difficult to do. That should be applauded.
That I mean, it's first of all, y'all think I feel sorry for them, and they go out there and they put that product on the court? Hell no. Florida State has by far leap years in facilities above a lot of schools. Like if you go over to the campus, like it's unreal. So you mean to tell me with all those resources, you put that product on the field, on the court? Hell no. That's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable.
Meanwhile, our women are 23-10 and 12-6 in the conference.
Somebody using the facilities.
By the way, I know I do it every now and then, but let me make sure since it's Women's Month. Brooke Wyckoff, excellent job. Head coach of Florida State. Excellent job. So I didn't do it last week. Let me make sure I do it this week. International or National Women's Month, or I just blew that all up. Anyway,
Yep.
Women's History Month. Brooke Wyckoff, excellent job. All right. So I was trying to get some of this other stuff. I don't think Yard Talk is gonna make it, or maybe she will, because she's in Central Time Zone. So let's give it a little bit longer. We'll talk some NBA because we ain't really talking no NBA. But I saw something crazy on TV the other day. I saw could the Pelicans get out the West? The Pelicans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will say this. The Timberwolves losing Cat was not a good move for them.
Not at all.
That one hurt. That one hurt. I still think the Nuggets are the team to beat in the West. Can't sleep on the Mavericks. Oklahoma City has been playing good basketball.
Yeah.
Hold on, TP, you're not just gonna throw that out there and just roll past it.
Oklahoma City #1
Hold on,
in the West.
I ain't talking about
Exactly.
Oklahoma City. I'm talking about the Dallas Mavericks, who for the life of them can't play defense.
They got two people that can give you 40 at any given time.
At any
And
given
give
time.
up 100.
Yeah, because they gonna be probably
We're not talking about that.
no. They gonna shoot themselves in the game though.
Anytime I hear the word shoot themselves in the game, I think about what TP said about them Houston Rockets.
Oh, we shot ourselves out of the game, out of the playoffs.
And listen, there is an iconic.
But there will never be a team. I pray that there will never be a team that proceeds to miss 27 threes in a row. I pray that never happens for anybody. Like, that was the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. I've been watching basketball for the better part of 36 years. I ain't never seen a team miss 27 threes in a row.
And keep shooting.
At some point, we got to let it go. The three ain't working tonight.
That's a coach fault.
That Mike D'Antoni.
Because all I would have did was say, let the next mother sucker take a 3-pointer, come sitting by me. And if we got everybody sitting by me, we're going to have every goddamn body sitting by me. And we'll forfeit this game for y'all embarrass me.
That was just embarrassing.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
All right, so I'm gonna point to my iconic moment for Luka Doncic. Sir, I will never believe in you.
Wow.
In a Western Conference Finals, Steph Curry saw you up underneath the rim and went, I ain't gonna shoot no three. I'm going to the bucket. Look it up. It really happened. The only thing he didn't do was point and laugh. That's the only part he left out.
He is one of the better finishers in the league.
Man.
Let me tell you something.
Man, he pretty meh.
With these 51-year-old knees, if Steph Curry look at me and go, I'm going to the bucket, he going to the line. Ain't no way. The lane was clear. It was nothing but him. And you ever get into a fight and everybody move out the way and ain't nothing but like air and distance between y'all? That's what that was. He just was like, you know what? I think I can take him. And ran up on him.
But you got to get Luka a pass. He is from like another country. He ain't grow up over here.
Do you know what? Y'all about to hit.
That brings me to another point. Kevin Garnett said the introduction of European players in the NBA has made it soft. He said they've tailored rules to appease them because they could not compete.
They can't.
So y'all about to hear something y'all ain't never thought y'all was gonna hear from me. Me and the Gilbert Arenas and Kevin Garnett all agree on something. Gilbert Arenas on his podcast said, name there are 120 European players in the NBA. Name their top 5 defenders. I'll wait.
Yeah.
You can name 2.
Giannis.
Oh yeah, Giannis.
And the center in oh god.
OKC.
No, COVID boy.
Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert. That's it. They're the ones that play defense. Let's throw in Wemby just for kicks and giggles. Let's throw in Wemby. 3 out of 120.
Do we think that's by do we think that's by mistake or by design?
These people running around here hollering about make America great again, and the NBA don't even play a lick of defense. I am not trying to hear that no more. The All-Star game was unwatchable.
That was trash. That's a bad product.
You have, I'm going to say this. I don't care. These European players don't have no ego. They play get back defense.
They have an ego. It's an ego that could care less about defense. It's, hey, look how many points I scored. Not look how many points I didn't give up.
Right. Now, you're worried about the wrong thing.
So, I just, try my best not to watch too much NBA. And it's a crime. It's a crime because I go to the other podcast streams and hope that somebody is like talking about NBA, and a lot of times they're not, because why? We get stuff like the Nets Simmons. He having his second back surgery in 3 years. There's a failure on so many levels on him. Oh, speaking of Luka Doncic, he's sitting out tonight because he's waiting on an MRI on his hamstring. Which I don't know. Don't you need to play defense to? No, I'm not gonna do that. That's wrong. Oh, Marlo, Orlando Magic. Coach Mosley signs a 4-year extension. 4 years.
Yeah, they doing better. Now, all they got to do is keep some doggone players. Good luck with that, but
I just don't see the Pelicans making it out the West. Not to the finals. I think that was the original question.
It was. I'm sorry. We
got sidetracked. When I say off track, we in the grass.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was bad.
The Pelicans aren't making it. I don't believe in Zion. I don't think they can play enough defense. They won't make it.
Look at these standings. Let's find out what's going on in these standings, because is that New York in 4th? Huh.
They've been in 4th all year.
TP, let me have my moment. Julius Randle
That
come
is funny.
come back is
I
They've
just
been
want to say that shit is funny.
they've been Marlo. Have I lied? Been talking about these Knicks all year. They've been in the same position
And
in the
they have,
standings.
yeah.
so.
And they like do you have faith that they will win a playoff game?
I think they'll win a playoff series as long as we don't have to play the Miami Heat. We're good.
Wow.
I like them against Boston. I like them against Cleveland, and I like them against Milwaukee.
Did you say against Boston?
I said Boston. I like them
We gonna
against Boston first.
cut your mic off. Don't nobody want to play Boston.
Yes, they do. You want to know
Who?
why you want to play Boston? The same thing every year. You know what Boston lack every year? A point guard. Every year, a point guard. We've been saying the same goddamn shit about these Boston Celtics for the last 6 years. They
Who?
somehow scraped their way to the finals and got beat. Why? Because they superstars turning the ball over because they don't have a point guard. And if somebody say Derek
They're
White,
number one in
I'm
the
gonna lose
East.
my shit. If somebody say Derek White, I'm absolutely gonna lose my shit. Dear.
First of all, you already lost your shit when you said the Knicks. You like the Knicks and they number 4. You lost all credibility in having your shit together
You know
when you
what?
said it.
This coming from a Magic fan that don't want to claim being a Magic fan. That's fine. That's
What are you
fine.
talking about? Don't want to claim being a Magic fan? Absolutely
TP.
claim it.
T-
I root for the Magic before I root for any other team.
that is not a ringing endorsement. That is, that is,
Y'all
that is
know
no
what my y'all know what my loyalties lie.
Yeah, yeah.
TP. Respectfully, we have to tread lightly on that loyalty, but because sometimes we step on a landmine and don't realize it's a landmine, and now we finna get a 5-minute discussion on like how you want to swing on Mike D'Antoni. Like we have to
Is
treat.
he? Let me tell you something, man. I wish we can put Mike D'Antoni and Bill O'Brien in a oil barrel together,
Wow.
attach an anchor to it, and drop them in the Gulf of Mexico. That's what I want. Together though. Make sure they holding hands.
We do not condone, violence of any kind on this podcast.
I'm gonna walk them to the Grand Canyon.
And it's my fault because oh man,
You knew that was gonna happen.
I was trying to say it without saying it, and then and why Bill O'Brien catch a straight? Bill
because he don't get no. And look, let me tell you somebody else who's skating on thin fucking ice. Sarkeesian, skating on ice, pal. The ice is thin.
Oh,
I said what I said. Oil barrel, bottom of the Gulf. Cartel style.
he gave him you skating on thin ice. Oh God,
That shit is funny.
I didn't even know where I was gonna go.
Well, you went there, sir. That's all you.
Oh God. Oh man. Okay. All right. Whew. All right. Hey man. Since we talking basketball, Wemby is putting up some pretty good numbers the second half of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Wemby is the NBA rookie that we thought Zion was supposed to be.
And Benson.
Yeah. And Chet Holmgren. Chet is it Chet Holmgren?
We're not talking about lighting the booty. Chet Holmgren. We're not doing that.
Wembley lighting the sneakers too.
Yeah, but at least he's 7'6".
Oh God.
Like they look at him as like, oh, you can take this charge.
Yeah.
Somebody from Golden State and I don't want to say he had no name, but he's not a household name. Don't Wimby with like just pure unadulterated hate. You don't do that to a grown man.
Yeah, you do. If
Well,
that
he's not a
grown man is 7'6" and weigh 160 pounds,
well. First of all, he's not a grown man yet. He's not even 20 years old.
he's
Oh
still
God.
grown in America. When you turn 18, your ass
Hell,
grown.
hell, in the state of Texas, when you turn 17, you are a grown
Ex-
man. Trust me,
Exactly.
I know.
They can have your ass go to war. You grown. You might can't buy no cigarettes or beer, but they
You
can
are
send your ass to
you are
war.
an adult, sir. You are an
Have
adult.
your ass be around here talking about some. Yeah, I'm ready for the NBA. Why everybody is attacking me when I'm underneath the rim? Cause you there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do
So
some
what you're
push
saying?
ups.
So what you're saying is he's not an elite defender.
If I was 7 feet tall, I would have came to the league at least 20 pounds heavier. Now,
Mm.
if that would have messed up my game some, how be it. But I was gonna set a precedent. There ain't nobody coming in the middle with that soft stuff. Even with the
Mm.
hard stuff, I'm gonna defend myself. He can't do it.
I'm desperately trying to get to these results of the sweat championship. So, all right. Man. Oh God. I'm gonna tell you why I'm struggling because the people, they get on my nerves.
First of all, why? They assembled the Monstars. The Monstars with hair. So why would they get on your nerves? They
Hey,
supposed to win.
make sure y'all have that same smoke for Marlo y'all got for me. Make sure.
Please. All of them, they computer strong. I do this shit in real life. Don't you think you gonna hide behind an IP address from on me? The devil is alive. And I don't forget shit.
Oh God. You know what, TP? I was taking Marlo with me to Jackson, Mississippi for the football game. I think this
And
may
I'm gonna
not be
go. What they gonna do? Straight up. You tell me what they gonna do. Man, you know how armored I am? Never mind. I ain't gonna talk about this shit. But just know I'm ready for whatever. I stay on zero. I just need all y'all to understand it.
Hey TP, remember when I said we need more unadulterated Marlo?
He here now.
I, I'm just being me.
Oh God. So when y'all thought that I'd be acting up, please know I'm the tame one.
You do be acting up.
Y'all asked for the angry black man. Angry black man here now.
Oh man. But anyway, so this men's tournament has been something else. Alabama A&M put hands and feet on Alcorn. So much so, G, famous Alcorn content creator, kind of left the building in disgust. Texas Southern put hands and feet on Jackson State. Texas Southern is the 3-time SWAC tournament champion.
Mhm.
Word on the street is they regular to a SWAC time, the tournament time. Then tournament time coming, they different. That word on the street.
First of all, Jackson State men should have went in the other locker room and told them to suit up. They would have probably had a better fight chance.
Yeah. Um,
Cause I don't know what them girls doing over there, but they balling.
I'm about to get to that. Listen.
It's important to show up when it matters.
The women's Jackson State basketball team. Hear me out. If they get through this tournament unscathed, they should be a 10 to 12 seed. Hear me when I say.
What are you talking about? They should be higher than that. At an at-large bid. That the tournament shouldn't even matter for them. They should have an at-large bid.
I would agree.
They are that good.
But I'm tired of seeing crazy stuff like, oh, they should be a playing team. I wish the F they was a playing team. If Jackson State is a playing team and they go through this tournament unscathed, and I'm going to say the exact same thing for Norfolk State. If Norfolk State go through the MEAC unscathed and they're a playing team, I'm going to need whoever's seeing the tournament to come outside real quick. I need to talk to them by their clock. I need to give them a little touch-up. Just a little touch-up. I need to give them a touch-up. That's all I'm saying. So this wasn't on the rundown because this happened like in real time today. There is a Sirius XM radio personality, let's call him that, who called, if you remember, South Carolina has a Latina player named Cardoso. Her last name is Cardoso. He called her the big Brazilian giant. He called everybody else by name, but called her the big Brazilian giant. I'm about tired of y'all. Here's why I'm about tired of y'all. I don't know if we got to it on the last podcast. I apologize. When I'm editing content, some stuff like go out my brain. But the head coach of LSU basically did what we call, where I'm from, an air call to South Carolina when it comes to the next time they meet. Basically saying,
Angela Reese, like, nah, her coach is wrong for that dumbass shit. She wrong for that shit. Talking about, I wish she would have did that to Angela Reese. This chick is 6'8".
Just
come on now.
So now Angela Reese talking crazy. This the coach. This is a Hall of Fame coach we talking about here. Meanwhile, Don Staley is being a statesman. But y'all feel like y'all bold enough to do these things in public. See, there are certain subjects that like are so controversial that I want you to come on the podcast and explain yourself. I'm not going to be rude, but I just want to hear your side of the story. I didn't reach out to this dude at all. I don't want to hear his explanation. I want to know the dude that approved the drop. I want to talk to him. That's the dude I want to talk to. Because you signed off on that. And by signing off on that, we know now. By the way, just in full disclosure, we actually advertise at a hefty sum on Sirius XM. It is not cheap. And I got to realize that my ad dollars are going to that platform. Let that sink in for a second. I'm paying the platform to spew racist tropes. And I have no problem showing what we pay. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Let me check. I don't think there's an issue. I don't have no problem. If I'm allowed, I don't have no problem showing what we pay. And my ad dollars is going to that. Let that sink in for a second. Let that sink in for a second. So this guy, after he heard all the backlash, because the Coach Staley was immediate with it. Let it be known that she shouldn't have to hear that type of stuff about her players. So I don't want to call the apology tweet piss poor, but it's one of them. The HR department got it from the PR department and gave it to him so he can tweet it out. It was one of those. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh wow. So TP, did you see the whole tweet about the spades?
I didn't.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and send it to you. This is in real time. So there was a tweet about a particular spades hand. And the question was asked, how many books can you get? And a lot of people said 8. I found that interesting. I found that very interesting.
Did you send it?
No, I'm gonna send it right now. I'm sorry. As life is, as I was talking about Sirius XM, they sent me an email. We halfway through our contract, and they sent me an email. I thought that was interesting.
TP, he sent me the picture of it earlier, and yeah, I get at least 8 books.
I just it's updated. All right, it just sent to you. Um, it's not that I don't even have a problem with the 8, but the nobody because everybody immediately went 8. There's some people out here, Marlo, that if you have a hand like that, you can get stuck with that hand real easy.
No way. There's absolutely no way you fucked this up. There's absolutely no way. And depending on what my partner got, we might go bossing.
That's why I say at least 8.
Minimum 8.
Okay,
well, I was wrong, but I thought because you only got a couple hearts.
No, it don't matter.
You got too many boss cards in the big trunk.
It
don't even matter if it's lead. You gonna get lead.
What happens when you start cutting?
There should be
and then you call all spades to the board, because you can pretty much look at it and tell I can call almost all of them. And if my
I'm trying
partner
to tell
and
you.
if my partner has anything over a jack of spade, they ain't getting a book.
Well, that was and whose post did I steal?
But
That was Aaron
minimum
Wilson's post I stole.
minimum 8. This is a minimum 8 hand.
What I said.
Minimum 8, because
Well,
you only have 3 clubs, but you have the ace and the king of clubs, so that's 2 books. Everybody at least got one.
all right. So Yard Talk is here.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
What's
Ma'am.
that?
Marlo, you will be on your best behavior.
I am always on my best behavior.
No, the hell you ain't.
I was finna cuss.
Did he say on cuss? Did he just
I said he was finna cuss. TB was finna cuss.
Oh.
No,
All
I was very deliberate with my words.
Ma'am, welcome to the pod. Welcome to the pod.
What's
Again.
happening?
Welcome.
You are a part of a very, it's not even a new enterprise, it's a rebrand.
Yeah.
And the HBCU Athletic Conference tournament was this weekend.
Yeah.
And so, I'm trying to be a better person, but today ain't the day. How is it that the streams for that conference tourney was never freezing on me?
How come it wasn't?
I didn't have freezing issues with the conference tourney, like I did with the SWAC tournament and the MEAC tournament.
Oh, now why you want to start off like this? Now why? Come on, don't do that.
It was a lovely, and I'm talking about an excellent production. If TP, when I say I could open my laptop, my tablet, my phone, and watch a game. I didn't know who I was watching. I just knew there was exciting games.
Mm-hmm.
The announcing was excellent. It felt and looked like.
Listen, that's what we got to do so we get this money. Okay? Because we got to do it. We got to have, when we come through, we got to have all our stuff looking good so people will watch, will tune in. You know what I'm saying? Because I keep saying they, but we're in the building phase.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to attract those people like you. I don't know who I'm watching. Hey, but let me see. It's basketball. Hey, I like basketball. Let me see what they're doing. I see my girl talking about it. So let me turn over here right quick and see. Is this worth watching? And it truly, oh my God, y'all had so much fun. And for those of y'all who don't know, the tournament was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, in the same footprint as what school, y'all? What school is that? It's in
Alabama.
All right, now here we go. So we had to come with it. And I was actually a part of the social media team. So like a lot of the fan engagement, that's what I did. That you saw on the social media platforms, I did that. So while the game going on, we got the social media going. I mean, the commitment to excellence that I see, and then mind you, this is NAIA. We don't have no football. It's just they're trying to get that money. There's no other way I can make it make sense to y'all. And speaking of which, there is a Mercedes-Benz International manufacturer that's about 10 minutes away from Tuscaloosa, and they were a sponsor. It's NAIA, y'all. Them people not playing. They say it's almost like when I have conversations with the communication director, Danny, me and her brainstorming, and we just sit there and we're like, okay, They're not doing it, so we finna do it. They're not asking for local sponsorships, so we finna do it. They're not partnering with the city, well, we finna partner with them. That's how that's like literally, and it's working, and it's a great thing to see, to be able to be a part of it, because we're going where nobody has ever gone before, and we're making it happen and showing what's possible, and we own our content. It's ours.
No 360 deals?
No, hell no. They got a revenue sharing deal.
Revenue sharing deal. You know. I'm gonna be good. All right, so
ain't no mothership around here.
Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed watching every bit of it. It was so I'm a fan of business. And from a business fan perspective, I was geeking out.
Yeah.
Absolutely geeking out. I was like, oh, okay, this is what I'm talking about. If the ads are running and y'all sharing ad revenue,
make it plain.
Money goes directly to the school.
Yep.
You can build facilities.
Yep.
And this is just, oh man, this is crazy. If you're able to have a surplus in your athletic fund, that money can go in your general fund.
You know what that does? Lower tuition rates.
More scholarships.
More scholarships.
Increase salaries. Yep. Now you can hire more people, more staff that you need. I'm just, and the funny part about it is, the staff that was working there, we came from all over. We came from Indiana. Y'all know I'm in Houston. Danny, she lives in New Orleans. Another girl, she lives in Dallas. Like, we came from all over to be a part of it. So that just shows the level of dedication that we have to seeing this thing through. It wasn't just, oh, I'm gonna get some volunteers from the campus. No, like, they actually hired people that work in this field to come down. And I'm the novice, of course, so I ain't talking about me, because this is my first event. But for the most part, there were college graduates working the game. Like, it wasn't, hey, come on, y'all, I want you to come volunteer, get some experience. No. Now, there were some students, like Marcus, I think he goes to Dillard. Yeah, he goes to Dillard, because he was crying about that men's championship game. But he works for the conference. He interns with the conference, and it's not for free. They get paid. So I'm loving what they're doing. Like, I wish that, and I've noticed too, y'all, like, now I'm seeing more of the HBCU media outlets interviewing the commissioner. And I'm like, But when we first was trying to tell y'all to jump down, everybody was I was all in an uproar talking about it's a scam and da 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 da. But now Mercedes-Benz at our stuff. Now the mothership done sent College Game Day down there. Mind you, the CIAA tournament was going on the same weekend.
So, I'm really, you do know I'm really trying to get invited to the SWAC and media days. Like,
MEAC gonna let you come, because they let Oscar come. That MEAC ain't like that, but SWAC, I don't know.
Well, after what Marlo said today, yeah. Anyway,
what did I do?
Dog, you still got the rocks in your hands.
I didn't say anything bad about the SWAC. All I said was Jackson State girls basketball team is like the Monstars. They are balling.
That's how he omitted a whole bunch of stuff, TP.
Right, but man, look, let me tell you, he who cast the first stone, his name is Marlo.
What did I
Okay.
do?
So it was some interesting games in the SWAC. I am new to SWAC basketball history. And today I learned that this Texas Southern team apparently eats spinach before the
Oh,
SWAC tournament.
oh Lord. Here we go.
What? What happened?
Listen, that's a different. I mean, you seen them playing Jackson State today. That's a different team during tournament time. I mean, Coach Johnny Jones, that's their coach. I mean, he formerly was at LSU. I mean, I've watched it, being out here in Houston, I've watched this team play up close and personal. Okay. So for me, it's like I'm watching a game today and I'm like, this is not the same team that I saw play Prairie View. This ain't the same team I saw play Grambling. This ain't the same team I saw play nobody. So you just gotta be like, they better be in their film room. They better have somebody for Jonathan CC. They better have somebody for PJ Green. I mean, you gotta come to play because if they win this year, it's gonna be their fourth tournament win in a row. So
Hey, at the end of the day, you got to get hot at the right time,
that's
and
right.
they seem to do it every year.
Yeah.
If you have like a mediocre regular season, but you get hot towards the end, does it really matter? The first part of the season.
Because Alcorn at the crib right now, and they was
Exactly.
on a 9-game winning streak.
Exactly.
So
You just got to get hot at the right time. You pick up steam. You like it's like an old car getting going. It might not start fast, but it's gonna get to top speed by the end of it.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So you made a tweet
Oh
that,
Lord.
that you was gonna have to hear about that school in Alabama.
Oh my God, they were trolling me so bad. They was trolling me bad. I love them though.
Uh, I, so for everybody that don't follow me on Twitter, I announced it, but I didn't print it out and tweet it out. But on the last podcast, I gave my top 5 social media rivalries of the month. Alabama A&M and Alabama State. I don't know how they'll move out of the top 3 ever.
Oh yeah. Oh man,
Their
that's
creativity
a
is
lot.
ridiculous. They take cartoons and turn them into memes, TP. Like, it's not even right. Like, Marlo talk about like going to see somebody. I would have to go, like, I would have to go holler at Nick. Like, Nick, come on, man. Like, this ain't even right. Like, why?
Them
Look,
in-state rivalries are different. You got conference rivalries based on championships and stuff like that. But our rivalries be about, oh, my cousin go there, but I went to the other school. Oh, my mama went to A&M, but I went to Alabama State.
no,
That's a different kind of barbecue right there.
me and Marlo both know that very well. Except Marlo in-state rivalries are nicer than mine because, like, I be talking about how people daddies look like me, and then they get mad and call me all kind of names. But, yeah, I'm trying to
My
be a better.
instinct. Did you say my instinct rivalry is nicer than yours?
Oh shit!
Yeah, you did it.
Bethune Cookman is
Wow.
more like you said. Bethune Cookman is like your daddy, girlfriend, kids that moved into the house because y'all needed to save money. Like, you said that. Them people in Florida, them boot skins.
God.
Nah,
Oh
me
my
and them boot
God.
skins can't be friendly. They can't come to the cookout at all.
Who you think I'm friendly with that's in that went to that school? As a matter of fact, I can recall saying on this podcast that although I commend these kids that go there and get a higher education, I don't want no success in their whole life. I don't want them to win at marbles. I don't want them to win at foosball. If they had a pickleball league, I don't want them to win at that.
Lord have mercy.
So, yeah.
Again,
For
fans.
me, I
Again,
just pretend like my rivalry. I just say what rival. We don't have no rivals. We don't care about their existence.
she said we don't care about them swamp people.
Mm-mm.
I ain't mad at it. That's what I'm talking about right there.
I'm still trying to figure out what a boomer schooner is. So
That's your rival.
the Sooners,
Yeah.
yep. I still ain't figured out what they mascot. A wagon. I hope the wheels fall off. How about that?
Oh God, I'm trying to be. You know what? I'm gonna leave mine alone because
I'm trying to be messy, sir. Because you knew what was going to happen when you stayed at that damn school over there at the beach.
I have gone out of my way and said a nice thing about them. You won't say nothing nice about them.
For what? And I mean it.
I mean, if he ain't got nothing nice to say,
Nothing. Zero.
So I believe if
At
I
least y'all,
go ahead.
at least y'all rivals ain't got the ugliest color combination in history of college sports.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
wait, what's
They colors, Bethune colors are horrible.
purple? And it's an ugly purple too. It ain't even a good purple.
Come on, Bethune.
But Bethune is burgundy and yellow.
I thought it was purple.
Exactly. Horrible.
Man, Southern got 10,000 different color blues on the uniform and the facilities. Goddamn. Every sport got a different color blue. I'm not making it up, guys. You can go look and see.
No, I've seen it. It's ugly. It's not good to look at.
At least they show up with their
Yeah,
uniforms. At least they show up. At least they show up with their uniforms.
And they ain't got to borrow helmets. Hey, dog, you using them shoulder pads?
I mean, Jackson State looked like they was getting their stuff from the Goodwill for the longest.
Yeah,
Hey,
to
wait a minute.
Yeah, I got there.
Ain't Pretty Ricky playing tonight at 6:00? Didn't they play at 6:00 tonight?
who?
Bethune.
Yeah, but
Men's?
don't finna play them swamp people as you call them. That's why I said hell Wildcats on my page.
Oh God.
I need Southern to go home. They ain't doing nothing no way.
I cannot see them people in Daytona do well. I cannot.
At all. Sorry.
It is
Hold
a
on now.
6 overtime double tie.
Listen, y'all. People ain't been paying attention to, but I think Bethune has been the men's has had a lot of quiet wins. They only like 10-6 or something like that in conference.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think nobody's really paying attention to how much they actually been winning. So
I
I
haven't.
think they could be Southern.
I haven't. I hope they don't ever win.
Imagine having a sports podcast and ignoring a whole team.
I ain't ignoring them. I just ain't gonna pay attention to them.
Well,
It's a difference.
Well, I wish Reggie Theus the least amount of success possible. but I would like to see Bethune beat Southern.
Oh shit. Okay, so I don't know where that came from. I probably need to be enlightened.
That was a stray.
Whew,
Bounced
what
off the wall too.
what you got against Pretty Ricky?
Pretty Ricky.
Not Mr.
He's
Reggie.
a
He
terrible
coached.
AD anyway. Terrible
He
AD.
coached. He
Fumbled the
coaches.
whole
He
every huh?
yeah. He's at Southern.
He's at
No, he's
Bethune.
He's at
Bethune's
Bethune.
AD and basketball coach.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Reggie Theis, former NBA player.
Them former
Wow.
NBA players ain't doing too good coaching in the SWAC. Basketball anyway.
Basketball, yeah, they're not.
I mean,
Just
I
because you played
asked
the sport don't mean you can coach the sport.
I
That's
asked them the people, why are y'all so quiet? Again, the
Cause they
reason
ain't got
that
no
so it's what?
cause they ain't got no defense.
Well, they still try to make it seem like they was chatting it up all game long, and they wasn't.
They got half a team, only offense. They ain't got no defense. I'm just being honest. I watched them play all year too.
Mm-hmm.
We went up there in New Jersey and smoked them. I mean, they were quiet in New Jersey.
They're gonna run him out of town.
Yeah, he probably got about one. You know, A.D. Robinson don't play. He want to see all his teams be successful, and so with baseball just beat University of Memphis. They beat Butler too. We ain't gotta talk about women's basketball. I think football was 7-4 last year. I mean, Mo Williams, he on borrowed time. I'm just say that. That's my personal opinion. I haven't heard nobody say they want to get the man fired, but I'm telling you, yeah. But I will say they had a player though. He recruited well, but I think what's happened with this season, to be fair, is it was a player he was supposed to get from Mississippi State or somewhere, and he ended up getting hurt before the season started. So I think that kind of put a damper on the season
No,
this year. So in fairness, he does recruit well, but with that player going out, I can't think of his name right now, y'all. He was like top dog in Mississippi coming out of high school. And so, I mean, what can you do? That's just, the way the cookie crumbled this year. But last year they didn't really do well. But they did make the tournament this year. So I mean, they just got beat by Texas Southern. But I think, next year be his third year. Third year he ought to be able to, at least be Alcorn. I mean, you got to beat your rivals.
I really need to get a Jackson State person on this podcast so they can tell me who their rivals are.
Oh.
Rival is Deion Sanders.
Is Jackson State Deion rival still?
They still mad.
I think Deion's still bad too.
Right.
Oh God.
They both need intervention.
So
Cause Deion be messing with them people too, cause he'll just randomly say some stuff about Jackson State. You be like, Deion, why don't you let
hey,
that
leave the
go?
people alone.
Why don't you go? A.D. Robinson is a very fair man. He'll come shake your hand. A.D. just go and have a sit down, have a drink. It's okay.
They need to have a sit down for sure.
Lord, because they both be.
And it be petty too. It don't even be nothing serious. It's always something petty.
Hey, Blaze Crew. DP Blaze Crew say that we his new favorite podcast.
Hey, there was a topic that you had in the title, and we're gonna address it.
Oh
yeah. So
we gotta address it.
Listen, like it's TP got to explain the sugar and grits thing.
Oh shit.
I want to know what you got against putting sugar in your grits? I need to know. What do you have
I
against
don't
it?
like cream of wheat.
It
That
ain't cream
just
of
seems
wheat.
like
It's far from it.
oh
I
First
don't
of
like
all,
okay.
cream. I don't like cream of wheat either.
first of all, have you ever seen grits instructional how to video or anything
I have
right
not.
from the maker that says put sugar in it?
No, I haven't.
Don't. Yeah, that means it ain't supposed to go in it.
So what's supposed to go in it then? I don't see nothing that say you should put Cajun seasoning, butter, and everything else we put in it.
Depending on what part of the country you're from,
I'm from the South, Houston, Texas,
and they
not Portland.
put sugar in grits. They are you, because there's a difference.
Depend who you're talking to. Depends when you're cooking it. Because you can have it for breakfast or you can have it for dinner. It depends on the circumstances.
So when is sugar appropriate for breakfast or for dinner?
Mostly for breakfast.
Never. The correct answer is never, sir.
Mostly for breakfast.
Why don't we
Wow.
just have cereal then? Why are you putting sugar in grits? Just have cereal. They got Fruit
You
Loops for a
acting like
reason.
I'm finna make it taste like it's Kool-Aid. I don't put that much in it. Come on now. You
Oh
act like
shit.
you act like I'm dumping the whole thing of sugar in there.
Black folks don't know how to put a little bit of sugar in nothing.
I put enough in there to where it ain't what's the word without taste.
Oh,
Little
oh,
butter,
I
sugar with your bacon, eggs. You good to go.
oh,
When
have
I
you ever
make
follow.
have you ever seen my
Damn right.
cousin Vision?
You know,
my wife
cousin
said,
business. What?
Troy,
Have you ever
you
seen?
need to grow up. That's what my wife said, because I told her you had a problem with it. She said, Troy, tell Troy old ass to grow up.
You know what? I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move right along. Miss Parker has spoken. I'm moving along.
That is funny as hell.
These your friends. These your
Oh,
friends, though. These your friends.
She said, tell
Damn.
Troy old ass to grow up. She
oh
was serious
God.
too.
Oh man. Before I
For why
start
she
talking,
down there stirring up them sugar grits.
Yep. Why it gotta be sugar grits like that's the main ingredient? The grits is still the
Because
star of the show.
because I don't know. I've never heard of such a thing.
That
I
might
heard of
be.
people up north doing it.
oh man. All right. So real quick, you know what? I'm gonna get to Norfolk State.
Woo.
They gotta be a 10-9 seed in the tournament. If they go through the MEAC unscathed, they gotta be a 9-10 seed.
Let me see what they play next. Listen, that's a team you know that's it's a new roster, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah. They had turnover from last year. Well, but kids graduated. Joe Bryan Jr. He gone. They had turnover and they were still able to. There's no explanation for the work that Coach Jones is doing with that team and the women's team too. So
That's what I mean. I thought the women's team they got 2 Power 5 wins, don't they?
I can't remember who it was though. Don't quote me on that.
Nico.
But but HBCU women been doing it all season. So I mean, it's hard to keep up with it now.
And that's that. Oh, they play Compton State next.
Oh, that's a win. That's
Tomorrow.
probably a blowout.
Yes.
Well,
I don't
TP,
know.
what do you eat with your grits
God
to
dang,
put
Marlo.
to put sugar in them? I'm just
Miss
curious.
Parker, it's not me. Miss Parker, it is not me.
I mean,
I just
again, it depends because I'll eat it for breakfast or dinner. With breakfast, I'm gonna have eggs, bacon, sausage. You know what I mean? For
so if you
dinner,
did like
for
shrimp
dinner,
and grits,
for dinner, we had shrimp, fried fish, andouille sausage.
Again, I want to apologize because I went to Marlo and I said we need prime Marlo, and we've
I was
gotten
just
all-star Marlo
asking a
tonight.
question because
All-star
I'm
Marlo.
curious.
Now,
Where you
eh,
from? Where your mama from?
Who me?
Lord, oh me or TP?
CP.
My mama from Chicago.
Oh, okay, well there
See,
you go.
that's up north.
Okay, you gotta give them a pass on that.
I
They
got you.
like
I just know my mama would flip
But
the
my mama
table.
don't like sugar in her grits.
mm.
She don't.
Now you just threw a whole fly in the ointment.
I like the way it tastes. Is that a problem?
No, no, it's not what we're used to. But ain't nothing wrong with it.
Oh,
I like
bully,
I like hot sauce on chicken.
bully, why? Bully says a tablespoon of sugar in his grits.
Yes, you don't need
Mm.
a lot. I'm not
Oh
saying
man.
dump a whole bunch of sugar in it. It adds to the
Uh,
overall flavor of it. There's a lot of things you can enhance the flavor by adding a little sugar.
Bully, we already talked about the Boston Celtics, and I already said that I like my New York Knicks if they play. I like my New York Knicks to play anybody but Miami.
Wow,
They
like
don't
you
they don't
had
want
been
to they, they
watching,
they don't want to see Jimmy Butler again, that's all.
like you had been watching the NBA all season when the Knicks play any damn body,
He just get on to make sure they still at number 4.
and they are.
You know what they ain't gonna do? They ain't gonna miss 27 threes. That's what they ain't gonna do.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Wow, that cut to the quick. Damn, they got dark.
But when I do it, I'm the
There
bad
is
guy.
nobody left from that team that is still on the Rockets. There is nobody left. Not the coach, not the assistant coaches, none of the players. There is nobody left.
They
Not the
fired the ball
GM.
boy.
Even Eric Gordon is gone now.
So here's what's funny: like we laughing at Houston, but y'all talk is in Houston.
And I've only been to one Rockets game last year.
Oh, you are not wrong. Oh
Still
man.
love my Rockets though. I will always love my Rockets. I will always love my Rockets and I love my Comets.
You know what?
I heard that shit.
Here's the thing about TP though. TP is 100% behind his team. You talk to Marlo about the Magic. He a little, he a little
Little
loose with it.
wishy-washy.
I don't know what y'all talk about. I used to go to all the Magic games.
Oh, we bringing that up now. So
But are you
I'm
since we
just
still
going here,
are you a Magic fan though?
I am.
Oh, okay. Okay.
you know what?
I am.
I'm cool. I am cool with running over because TP. Do you know these dudes would call me an hour and a half before tip off talking about they got tickets.
Well,
I
I
am
gotta
two
call you when I
hours.
have tickets.
I am 2 hours away after I get dressed. This some people. This some people.
I can only call you when I have tickets. I ain't gonna. Well, I might have tickets. You might want to start heading this way, and I don't have tickets.
Hey, when you had tickets, did you ever think that you wasn't gonna have tickets?
Well, it wasn't a sure thing, but the quantity of tickets I did not know.
I'll let that. I'll allow that. I'll allow that. You know
This
what?
is thought about you.
Yeah, this is true.
See,
It's the
he
thought
don't
that
even
counts.
say. Ask him how many Bucks games I done took him to.
A bunch. We're not gonna
Exactly.
talk. There was a Black National Championship game that I had tickets for somebody for.
Now, where was I? I had a previous engagement. I couldn't
Drunk
get there.
in Jacksonville. But that's
Okay.
okay. I
You
did
didn't
not
have
need
to
to
say
be.
the drunk part on air. I wasn't drunk on Saturday. I was just a little sleepy.
It is okay. Ash didn't need to see Uncle Marlo out of sorts, so it's okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, something I meant to clue you. I need to clue you in on Yard Talk because, as I told Marlo earlier on the phone when I found out, God is good. And on Thursday before the podcast, I was enlightened to know that another school, who I don't particularly get along with, or their fans, or the head coach, is going to file suit against the ACC in the near future.
Oh, yeah. Why? Who? My
They names rhymes with Mimpson.
home?
Then the ACC, they mascot is a kitty cat, and they names rhymes with Mimpson.
And they wear an ugly shade of orange.
Oh. Oh. Now this gets interesting because you know the state of North Carolina. Oh no, they're in South Carolina, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Cancel that.
So,
Well,
so God had foreseen me to be able to talk with some gentlemen.
oh.
And they were telling me about how much they love FAMU and the Marching 100 and how Georgia State wouldn't
Southern.
allow them, or Georgia Southern had games, but they would get another $100,000 if they brought the band. And they just talked glowing about the band and just out of nowhere informed me that they too will be filing a lawsuit
Cut the
because
heck up.
people are really upset about this Raycom thing.
Oh, and they should be. How I don't understand what took it so long for them to finally say something about that.
When people didn't think money was being diverted from the schools to Raycom, everybody was cool. But there are rumors that money could have been dispersed to the schools as opposed to being sent to Raycom. And apparently, somebody's son was getting fired by Raycom, but then they got the ACC contract.
That's correct. That's in the court document. That is correct. Oh, listen. When I tell you, y'all cutting up over there. Listen, people been talking about NIL and what Nick Saban talking about, and listen, the real fire in the phone is with these people in these lawsuits over these media rights. Cause I've watched,
Mm-hmm.
I done started really just, I since that happened, I've started watching the Florida State Board of Trustees meetings and stuff like that. So I'm just like, in which I don't think it's gonna go to court. I think they're gonna settle. I'm gonna be honest. But now we have another state which puts the ACC having to deal with these laws in another jurisdiction. This could get bad, y'all. Like,
if the ACC does not settle by December, it will get ugly. The ACC will really be gone.
Y'all remember when
Crazy.
Great Britain broke from Europe? Brexit is gonna be another situation.
Can y'all
Yeah.
believe that though? And I know this is y'all lane. I mean, the way they packed up the Pac-12 and they could pack up the ACC, I just, and my whole mindset about it is these people are already getting money, and they are saying y'all ain't giving us enough. Versus us, we ain't getting nothing, and y'all ain't saying y'all ain't got to complain the world.
You mean like how I'm watching a completely free Southwestern Athletic Conference tourney essentially for free?
Listen, can't tell them that. But I tell you what, if I got a business mindset, right now is when I'm going to say, hey, because the sweat contract is up next year. I'm looking at your ass getting sued over here, looking at you getting sued. Well, ESPN technically is not getting sued, but they're the crux of the lawsuit, right?
They have filed for with the ACC are trying to make sure that the media rights deal does not see the light of day.
Yeah, exactly. So, in which people hate off script, but this is when he was in his bag, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for him having his platform to be able to show the masses what was really going on, like, could you just imagine the amount of lies that would be being told right now? But for a conference that is miles ahead and they're saying, no, you're cheating us. That should, if I'm a business person, I got a business mindset, I'm walking into any meeting I have with them saying the exact same thing. You in trouble right now, okay? Because whether people want to believe it or not, if the ACC folds, there is a media market. There's going to be a frenzy to acquire those media assets. You got to do something. Like, you can't just, even if the conference folds, right? You still have upfronts. People go to upfronts and buy, ad buys and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you still have a rat race for that market. So if I'm smart, I'm saying, look, y'all gonna need to be still able to make revenue. So I'm asking for what I want. That's me. Period. Because the SWAC is in the same market and this as a SEC. So if you ain't gonna be able to make no money with the ACC because the ACC is gone, how are you going to still, as a company, how are you going to still be able to create revenue? Now, the Pac-12 and the ACC both gone. Y'all got some money y'all can spend, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking for what I want. And I will keep telling people the number is 60 million. That's the number. They don't believe me. They think I'm making it up. But 60 million is where we starting at. And if you ain't on the hook for 2 conferences, you got it. And I'm gonna tell you where the HBCU world got it twisted. They think that it's our job to push they think that it's our responsibility to make sure that our content has ratings. No, that's on the network. That's what they get paid to do. They are the one that. Go ahead, Troy.
Oh no, I was gonna say the network is selling ads based on views and market of each ad. So if I'm leaving it up to schools who traditionally do not promote on the level of a SEC or a Big Ten, I need to make sure that they're there. because otherwise I can't sell these ads. But here's what I find interesting. On the digital platforms during football season, they're promoting. They're promoting enough to where they can sell the ads at a nice markup. But when we get into December, which is prime sale season, why is it a coincidence that the Celebration Bowl had the views it had and the ad buys were what they were? Is that a coincidence? Because if you can do it in December, you can do it all season long.
That's correct.
But I'm just, thinking off the top of my head, especially since earlier today, I got thrown in my face that I paid money to Sirius XM for them to put out racial tropes about South Carolina basketball players.
What?
Oh, yes. So JP, I believe his name, decided that it was okay to do a ad drop for his show and name Angel Reese and the LSU players, and then call Miss Cardosa the Brazilian giant.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Boy, you forgot you wasn't white.
You forgot it wasn't white. They gave him, they went to HR and gave him the template. I'm sorry, I need to do better apology for Twitter. And all I kept thinking, and I said it early on the podcast, was I'm giving these people a lot of money every month for a performance that I am not happy with. And then I got to see this. And then on top of that, these some bitches sent me an email during the podcast.
During the podcast?
I saw my rep sent me an email during the podcast. I will be giving her a call tomorrow. And I probably should apologize. I feel some type of way about it because I got into this whole media rights thing because I said the SWAC schools was getting $1 million a piece. And they wasn't.
Oh. Is it? And let me shut up.
It was a collective $1 million.
It wasn't. It's not even $1 million.
After taxes, no, it ain't.
Before taxes.
Before, oh man, that's even worse.
Yep.
So,
but somebody in the SWAC is getting over $1 million for their media rights. But I'm not gonna say which school it is. Because we got this lawsuit, so I don't want to say.
I understand. I completely understand. I do want to reiterate that I would like to go. I would like to go to Media Day. I would like to interview the commissioner. No gotcha journalism, no journal troll, just some basic questions. That's it. I do want to ask Gramblin's coach, Gramblin's offensive coordinator, what he gonna wear on the sidelines, because I feel like we lost something there.
I want to go to Media Day too.
That stressed me out.
I want to go to Media Day too. I got some questions.
Y'all have at least a top 3 quarterback in the SWAC, and this guy should help him get over the top.
Who helping somebody get over the top?
Never mind. Shouldn't even. Yeah, I seen the tweets.
I'm gonna say this: men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Tony Hull's, and then mind you, Tony Hull was our offensive coordinator last year. That was his first year. We went from bottom of the SWAC in offense to the top. Do what you want with that information. We had some very close games that we lost. Alcorn, Southern. It is what it is. But if we're going to judge, I think it's more than wins and losses that you have to judge a offensive coordinator on. Because we did see progress. Now, people can say what they want to say about the head coach. And they did have, I was hearing that they were not agreeing, seeing eye to eye. And there were certain things certain plays that were called, there's a whole bunch of mess with that. But I would have kept Tony Hull. That's all I'm going to say. And people try to say, well, he won. To my Coach Gucci won at Grambling in 2016. Y'all, it's 2024. What has he done since then? And he literally got fired for play calling last year.
Right.
He was the OC and the head coaches at that school in the Swamp. So
Wait a minute. Did you say his name was Coach Gucci?
yeah.
That's his real name?
No.
No, it's not his real name.
Oh my God. He just writes himself.
Oh man, it's so
They
many
call
layers.
him Coach Gucci for real?
Yes, they
No.
called him Coach Gucci. You knew when they turned the lights out, they called him Coach Gucci.
Oh man, I love this.
So, Yard Talk, just so we announce it, I'm going to try and get Marlo and TP the Jackson FAMU Jackson State game.
Oh, that's a good one to go to, y'all.
I'll be
And it's
here.
at Jackson, right?
Yeah, that's in Jackson. I've never been to
Ooh.
Jackson.
Oh.
Apparently, I'm gonna make mullet for Whitley and Sheila of the. Not really.
I'm gonna bring my own water though.
Is FAMU coming to Jackson?
Why? Why are
I'm
you
talking about
doing this?
I'm talking about the fans, honey. Y'all come.
Family
How far
fans
is
travel.
it?
Family fans travel. And this dude, oh my God. Did you hear him, TB?
Oh, I heard him.
Oh God.
Y'all better bring y'all own water too.
Yeah, you better bring. Well, you can't bring your own water into the stadium. You gotta buy it in the stadium.
No, I'm talking about the Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah, they ain't gonna let you bring outside water in. You got to buy it when you get there.
Marlo, stop. Damn it.
Because I was there. I was there when the whole Grambling Jackson State running out of water situation happened. I'm just telling y'all, in advance, because our media contract is jacked up. You're gonna be there at the game in the middle of the hot. It's gonna be very hot, y'all. So make sure you have some cash on you too, just in case. Because you gotta have some water. Okay, I'm just, I've been going there for a while. They don't let us have our night games anymore. But FAMU and Jackson, if it's at nighttime, y'all will be very happy because it'll be a lot better.
Okay.
I'll just pass out on purpose and they can run me an IV. How about that?
I don't know if they're gonna. If we all passing out, ain't gonna be enough IV.
I better bring some saline.
No, I think that was that was the turning point and when the flip switch for me when the man said, call people dead. But anyway.
Wow.
Anyway, Marlo, you TP, if you're gonna go anywhere to any HBCU games this season, highly suggest that one right there because they haven't had a home in this, because they're not playing in the OBC anymore.
Right.
Mhm.
So I'm stamping that one, Trey. I'm stamping that one. I wish I could go, but I think that we played Tuskegee that weekend. So yeah, I would definitely. If Grambling had a bye week, I would drive 8 hours for that. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
And I think the other away game is going to be that I'm going to try and shoot for. If I'm not mistaken, UAPB. I think we play on the road.
Oh, okay.
And to be,
there's no amount of money you can even pay me to go to Arkansas.
Hold up now. What's wrong with Arkansas?
I'm not going to Arkansas. I'm not doing it.
Arkansas is a beautiful state now.
I've driven through it. I didn't stop.
It's a lot more beautiful than Texas. I'm gonna tell you that.
I
got mountains up there.
I drove through it. I didn't stop.
Well, you got to drive through East Texas and not stop too.
I mean, you have to get gas in Texas because it's just so big. But I try to limit it, my amount of stops in certain areas, But we stopped in Texarkana, got gas, and did not stop until I was in West Memphis.
Now you wrong. It's the fact that I know exactly what he's saying and I know it in my head when he's saying it. I know exactly the cities and towns he had to drive through. I get it. I'm not even, but truthfully, them towns wasn't really that bad. I'm gonna be honest. That little route right there is not. It's country, but it's black folks there. Okay, black folks there.
I don't trust it.
So we just alienated Jackson, Mississippi, the entire state of Arkansas, all in one conversation.
Well, alienated.
Troy, off the top, do you know if family play Texas Southern or Prairie this year?
Hold on.
I think we play Prairie View. I'm pretty sure we do, and we probably play them home.
Okay, because I had went to the Texas Southern FAMU game this past season, and I seen a bunch of Rattlers out there. I was pretty surprised.
Oh yeah, we got a bunch of them over there.
Yeah, I seen more Rattlers than Third Ward Tigers out there. So I don't know what was. But it was a good game too, actually. But y'all pulled it out third, fourth quarter. Y'all won. But it was good up until the half.
Prairie View is on the road, and Alabama State is on the road.
Oh,
I feel like
okay.
I feel like Alabama State and Alabama A&M are like my spirit animals. Like they are a level of petty that I can understand and deal with.
Wow.
I love them. They're like the cousins that come into town for family reunions, and they might come for Christmas. They might come stay for the summer. They are just such nice people. They are so nice. Oh my God.
They tell you, let's go take a walk.
Nah, A&M is bougie. I'm gonna tell you, they bougie.
Oh man.
Alabama State, you might get some action, but A&M.
Oh man.
Again, you got a road game at TSU. Make sure you got your reciprocity on you.
Mm-hmm.
I think TSU.
So y'all do come back to Texas Southern this year? No.
No.
I said if you do have a road game at TSU, I've been to TSU. I know exactly where it's at.
No, the Prairie View game. Isn't Prairie View outside of Houston?
It's like going towards College Station,
Yep.
Like West Houston. Yep.
About 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's on the way out.
Yeah, I just like that for the
we might need to schedule some stuff because I love Houston. Papa Do's is the first stop.
Oh, absolutely.
And apparently the strip club that has a buffet on Lent.
What?
Don't act like what you was in the show, Marlo. Don't do that. Stop acting like you weren't in the show.
A buffet at the strip club.
I got the best food. And you can bring your own liquor.
I have never, I'm a Christian. I don't know.
I don't know what these gentlemen are talking about. Strip club.
Fans, I will make sure.
West Baptist Church. I don't know what was.
I will make sure that I clip this segment and attach the preceding segment from 4 seasons ago with another host when we had a young lady on explaining to us why I was socially stereotyped at the Derrick Hotel. By the way, I love the Derrick Hotel. Derrick Hotel is an amazing hotel. Lovely hotel. I was unaware that it was a place where the ladies of the night converge.
I
Yep.
don't know nothing about these night ladies. I'm so confused. What's a Derek Hotel? I've never heard of
Yeah, what is that?
Uh,
Oh my
wait a
god.
minute. Hold on.
Troy. No, let me find out.
There's
Troy
so many
came to
hotels
Houston.
in Houston, I don't.
Let me find out. Troy came to Houston. Was over there on Bissonnette too. Let me find out.
I don't know where that is. Hotel Derek is where that Galleria Mall is.
Yep.
It's right by the Galleria Mall.
Mm-hmm.
They got a sign in the front of Hotel Derek to say
Yeah,
Derek is.
Bissonnette ain't too far either.
What the hell is Bisson? See,
It's
this is what I've been talking
it's a
about.
street.
It's one of the best streets in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
They got all the upscale stores and everything.
Yep. Make sure you go at night though.
Around this time right here, actually.
Yeah, this is perfect.
It's great.
Prime hours.
Great experience. You get a taste of Houston.
I'm
Wow.
straight.
I hope
I'm-
not
I'm-
a taste. Not a
I'm
don't
straight.
get a taste.
I'm straight. Oh man, we went over time. I apologize. We went
we
over
did.
time.
I just got the angry look.
Uh-oh.
Real quick, I'll go ahead and start it. I will try and get these clips out earliest Saturday afternoon. If you are watching or listening to the podcast on our podcast partners, you will notice that some episodes skip. That is on purpose. We will at some point be listing lost episodes, and then it will make sense. So you'll be able to go back and hear different segments, but certain topics make sense at the time. So we post those first and kind of catch up later. The other thing is I used to post a lot on TikTok. For some reason, every video I upload on TikTok is not available. I don't know what that's about. So if you haven't seen TikTok videos, that's why. I have been uploading shorts to YouTube and to Twitter. So if you follow us on Twitter and YouTube, you'll always be able to see content. That being said, it is tournament time. It is the biggest time of the year outside of football. So much so that there are forecasts of $2 billion will be spent betting on the NCAA tournament. It's all fun and games because it's cute to bet some money and win. Everybody does not win. Do not bet outside your ability. If you do not think you can handle betting, don't. Uninstall the app. Don't look at any bet apps. Go to a meeting, seek help. Do not put yourself in debt behind what should be fun. Remember, you're betting on kids. These are kids. They're not grown professionals. So that being said, yo, it's tournament time. Enjoy it. TP.
I don't have much. I'm still upset at the whole Nick Saban thing.
Ciao.
It's we got grown old white men telling young black kids when and where they should try to make money. If you have an opportunity to better your life, understand this: an education is an education, and you should pursue all avenues of providing for your family. If it's gonna put you in a better situation, I'm all for it. The whole "it's getting watered down" thing it pisses me off because kids have been getting paid just under the table, and the whole "the rich get richer." We wasn't saying nothing when Alabama was winning SEC championships back to back to back. Nobody said anything. It was, when Nick Saban comes sit in your mama living room and tell your daddy he gonna make your son a star, it's all fun and games. But now, since everybody can do it, now the playing field is even. Now it's wrong. But I'm gonna say this: young kids, get your money, get your education, and get your life on the right track. If that'll get you out of the situation that you in, and you don't feel like it's a great situation, by all means, take every step necessary to be successful in life. That's all I got for y'all this week.
I'm gonna add just a little 2 cents, and we're not gonna address the reason why those kids are in that situation to have to make those decisions. Then we're not really addressing the issue fully. Don't talk about why. Don't chastise a child for wanting to be able to provide a better life for themselves when the system was created for them to have to make those dire decisions.
Mm-hmm.
If you take all the wealth that these schools have created and put it in their neighborhoods where it should be, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But because the wealth was hoarded at the top, now you have them in this rat race. I don't give a damn if they first, second, third string.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
If they are an asset, and I just thought, a lot of people talk about the money that the schools generate. When y'all were just saying about the betting website, that's a whole nother pocket of money that's being made off the backs of these athletes. Put aside media rights. Put aside all the other stuff. We ain't even talked about the value of sports betting, the money that's being made off of them for that. They ain't getting none of that. They can't even bet.
Right.
So I think Nick Saban just needs to stop talking. I don't know. I just think he needs to just leave it alone. People love you. They adore you. You still have a lot of, black people that support you. You're going down the wrong path. Just leave it alone. Just stop.
Just enjoy retirement. Because
That's
something, part of what I said earlier was instant gratification means more when you're poor. And that's basically the situation that they're in.
Yep. That's right.
Marlo.
And I've never been
sorry.
poor. I'm gonna say this. My son, he plays basketball. He's not in a situation to where he ain't trying to get his mom out the hood. We middle class folks. I grew up middle class. Small town, but still middle class. I don't know what I would say to my child if I were in that situation. Not saying it's right or wrong, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, going to college, you're trying to do better for yourself, period. So you add on the football element, then this is what you get. And y'all been making money for decades off these kids. So what are we talking about?
Exactly.
We can even talk about the money that the NCAA makes aside from betting, aside from the media rights from the conference. That's 3 pockets of money now. And y'all gonna have the audacity. You got the audacity to turn around and say that these kids don't have the right to ask for what their value is. That's not right. They do have the right to ask that.
Absolutely.
Marlo, what you got for us?
We went over time. I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet. Fuck Nick Saban and fuck Bethune Cookman. Go Bucks.
Hell Wildcat. Tonight. Beat Southern.
Oh,
I know. Again, fans, I told Marlo we need Prime Marlo, and he has been all-star Marlo all night.
Well, you know what you get when you with anyway.
Ma'am, Miss Yard Talk, you have the final word.
Keep watching swag basketball, men's and women's. And thank you for having me on the show. Don't be strangers. You don't invite me but once a month. So
Listen, if I could get you on the show as much as possible, all right, bet. You don't know who you're talking to. Know what you talking to. I send the invites out quick.
Yeah, lock in with swag basketball. It's a good product. GCAC is a good product. But their season is over. They're finna get ready to head to nationals with the NAIA. Put Philander Smith University men's basketball team and Russ College women's basketball team on your radar. Look them up, check them out. They're really good. I'm not just saying that because their affiliation, but Philander Smith University men's, Russ College women's. Put them on your radar. Give them a like, a share, or a comment, or congratulations, or something on your social media. That's all that.
Well, again, thank you, man, for coming to the show. I will, like I said, I will start sending those invites out. We love to hear new voices. for everyone that
And get my
came out.
commissioner on your show. Get Dr. Kiki Becker Barnes on your show. She'll come on here. She
So
gonna run the business to you.
what I'm gonna start doing, like I said before on Twitter, I am going to start doing requests for interviews. It is needed. It is something that helps us. And we need to know, like, what the commissioners need, what the school presidents actually need, as opposed to making assumptions on our little platforms. Like, it's better to hear from the horse's mouth than for us to just pontificate on high. So, again, thank everybody for coming out tonight for the Gathering Old Men Podcast and Yard Talk. We are out.
Good night.